One of the biggest misconceptions I'm hearing right now is that because homes are taking longer to sell, everything must be wrong with the market. The reality is much less dramatic. Hi, I'm Nicolai Glazer with Pacific Sotheby's International Realty. Let's get it on. Orange County has officially transitioned into what we can call the summer market. And historically, this is exactly what happens. Inventory rises, buyer activity softens, homes take longer to sell, and the market slows from its spring pace. This year, our spring pace seemed even more muted than normal. Global tensions, unforeseen uptick in interest rates, and higher inflation. That's exactly what we're experiencing today. Over the past several weeks, we've seen inventory come to increase while buyer demand has eased modestly from the spring peak. As a result, the expected market time across Orange County has increased from approximately 87 days. However, that number jumps to 125 days for over $2.5 million price point, and again to over 267 days for homes priced over $4 million. Now, for some people, that sounds concerning, but perspective matters. A few years ago, many homes were selling within days, often with multiple offers. That wasn't normal. It was an extraordinary period driven by historically low interest rates, limited inventory, and intense buyer demand. Today's market feels different because buyers are behaving differently, and honestly, I think it's healthy. What I'm seeing firsthand throughout the surrounding coastal communities is that buyers are still very active. They're attending open houses, they're scheduling private showings, they're writing offers, but they're also taking more time to do all of this. We're also seeing buyers visit the same property 2 or 3 times before even making a decision. Families are comparing neighborhoods more carefully. I'm seeing people spend additional time evaluating financing options, market conditions, and how a purchase fits into their long-term plans. Those aren't signs of fear, those are signs of thoughtful decision making. And when you're making a multi-million-dollar purchase, that level of consideration should probably be expected. One of the reasons for this shift is that buyers today are processing a lot more information than they were several years ago. Mortgage rates remain elevated compared to recent years. Inflation continues to influence household budgets. The stock market, global events, geopolitical tensions, and ongoing economic uncertainty all affect consumer confidence. As a result, many buyers simply want a little more certainty before making a major commitment. That doesn't mean they're stepping away from the market, it means they're taking their time. And that's particularly true for the luxury market. When we look at Orange County homes priced above, let's say, $2.5 million, the data actually tells a fairly encouraging story. Luxury inventory is lower than it was a year ago. Demand remains stable. The buyers are there. The capital is there. The desire to own exceptional coastal real estate remains very strong. What's changed is the pace of the decision making. A luxury buyer today may view properties multiple times. They may compare several alternate properties. They may spend weeks evaluating an opportunity before even moving forward. That doesn't mean they are not interested. It means they're being intentional. One thing I've learned over the years is that coastal Orange County, it often operates a little different than the broader market. Communities like West Newport, Balboa Peninsula, and many of our waterfront neighborhoods aren't driven by the same pressures that affect other markets. Many homeowners have substantial equity. Many have locked in favorable mortgage rates years ago, or they owe nothing on their homes. Many simply don't need to sell. Likewise, many buyers don't need to buy immediately. That creates a more balanced environment where timing often matters less than motivation. The challenge today isn't finding a buyer. The challenge is finding the right buyer who is ready to make a decision. And that's an important distinction. Because when I hear a homeowner say, "My neighbor sold in a weekend," or "Why hasn't this home sold yet?" I often remind them that today's market, it requires a different mindset. Success is not measured by how quickly a property sells. Success is measured by achieving the right outcome, the right buyer, the right terms, the right price. And sometimes that simply takes more time. In many ways, patience has become one of the most valuable assets in today's market. For sellers, patience allows the market to do its work. For buyers, patience creates opportunities to make thoughtful decisions without feeling rushed. As we move deeper into summer, I expect many of these trends to continue. We'll likely see inventory continue to build, although modestly. We'll likely see buyers remain active, but selectively. And we'll likely continue to see a more balanced environment than we've experienced in recent years. But make no mistake, the market is still moving. Buyers are still buying, sellers are still selling. The difference today is that people are taking a little more time before making major decisions. And in many ways, that's exactly what a healthy market is supposed to look like. The market has not stopped moving, it has simply stopped rushing. If you'd like to discuss what's happening specifically in your neighborhood, your price range, or for your property, please do not hesitate to reach out anytime. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching. See you the next time.